Okay, good morning to all of you. Okay, so what we have done in the last lecture, I think we have completed the format of IP datagram. And today we will start with the routing algorithm, right? So for that, let me open the PPT first. Okay, so starting with the routing algorithm, as you can see on the PPT, we have completed the format of IP datagram, right? We have seen the all fields which are there in the IP datagram format. So you can see here, as we have already discussed yesterday only. So we have discussed that the format of IP datagram consists of various fields and the size of that is 20 to 60 bytes, right? So we have gone through all the fields of the IP datagram: version number, header length, type of the service, datagram length, identifier, flags, fragmentation offset. These are the fields that we have already discussed, right? Then next, we have seen the time to leave, why we require the time to leave field in the IP datagram format. Then protocol, header checksum, source and destination IP address, options and data, that is payload, right? So these are the fields. Now today we will start with the routing algorithm. So first of all, we'll go what is routing algorithm, why we require the routing algorithm. So routing algorithm, we can say We, at the starting of the lecture, as I have said, that when the sender is dispatching the packet from its side, from the source side, and when it is received at the receiver side, what happens in that case? How the packet is traced from the source point to the destination point, right? So as I've said, it requires some kind of an algorithm to traverse the packet from one end to the another end, because between the source and the destination there are many intermediate nodes, right? And through that intermediate nodes the packet needs to be traversed from one end to the another end, right? So for that we require an routing algorithm. Now, routing algorithm is basically classified into two types. But before understanding the routing algorithm, there are few terminologies that needs to be understood. So first is the default router. Now, if I say about the default router, then default router is nothing. But one thing we can say, let's say that there is one host, there is one another host, right? And this host are connected with a specific router, that is this. So this router is referred to as a default router, right? Yani ki we can say that if the sender is sending some packet from their side, so the host through which the host जो भी router के साथ connected है, the router which is connected to the source point, to the, we can say, to the host which is sending the packet, that router is referred to as a default router. Yani कि अगर sender, if the sender is sending some packet, then first of all the packet will go to the first router, that is through which the sender is connected with. So that router is referred to as a default router, or we can say it's a first hope router. First hope router भी बोल सकते हैं, or we can say the source router. So there are mainly three terminology used for the default router, right? The sender is connected with some router and sending the packet, and the packet will traverse through that specific router. That router is referred to as a default router or first hope router, or we can say the source router. Now, we can call this router as a source router because it is connected with the source host, right? When some router is connected with the destination host, that router is referred to as a destination router. Why it is called destination router? Because when the packet travels through all the intermediate routers and reaches to the router who sends the packet to the specific destination host, so that router is referred to as a destination router. So these are some terminologies that needs to be understood, right? Now basically if I say the routing algorithm is classified in first is global routing algorithm, and the second one is decentralized routing algorithm. So basically that Am I audible? Yes, am I audible? मैं डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई थी। सो आज थोड़ा नेटवर्क का प्रॉब्लम है यूनिवर्सिटी में, तो अगर मैं डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाती हूँ प्लीज लेट मी नो समबडी, राइट? मुझे पिंग कर दो या फिर मुझे कॉल करो दैट मैम यू आर डिस्कनेक्टेड। आज थोड़ा नेटवर्क इश्यू है यूनिवर्सिटी में, सो आज थोड़ा रहेगा, वरना मैं पढ़ाती जाऊंगी और पता नहीं चलेगा किसी को। ओके, सो ये समझाया, वहां तक मैं थी कनेक्टेड? क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम, और आई नीड टू रिपीट इट? ओके, सो बेसिकली वी कैन से दैट ये टर्मिनोलॉजीज तो समझ में आ गई, राइट? नाउ इफ आई से अबाउट द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम, देन the routing algorithm can be classified into two types. First is global routing algorithm and the second one is decentralized algorithm. अब यहाँ पे global routing algorithm क्या है? From the name itself we can say that it has a global knowledge, right? जिसको मैं बोल सकती हूँ कि जिसको पूरे नेटवर्क के बारे में पता रहता है कि कौन ये नेटवर्क है, उसमें कितने राउटर्स है, पैकेट विल बी ट्रेवल फ्रॉम विच रूट, राइट? जिसको पूरे नेटवर्क के बारे में पता रहता है, विच हैव इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ whole network, that routing algorithm is referred to as a global routing algorithm, right? From the name itself we can easily identify that this algorithm is a global routing algorithm. Next is decentralized routing algorithm. So decentralized में क्या होगा? We can say that if I say about this graph abstraction, I have draw this graph. So let me just explain this graph. Just wait. Case, first of all, the graph can be represented with the help of two entities. First is we can say the nodes and the edges. You can see here that the nodes are given. Graph can be represented using the two attributes, that is nodes and edges, राइट. सो यहाँ पे नोड्स कौन कौन सी है, यू कैन इजीली आइडेंटिफाई दैट द नोड्स हियर इज U, V, W, X, Y एंड Z. और एजेस यहाँ पे कौन सी है, दैट इज UV, then UX, UW, then VX, then VW. VU is there, but we have already written UV. That's why we will not write VU, right? So V is connected with W and V is connected with X, right? Now taking X, then X is connected with XW, XY. W is connected with WY and WZ. So you can see here, these are the edges of the graph and these are the nodes of the graph. Now, if I just relate with the network layer, this is the general term that we used for the graph. Graph के लिए ये general terms है, that is nodes and edges, right? But if we talk in context of a network layer, then one thing that we can say कि यहाँ पे जो nodes है उसको क्या बोला जाता है? If we talk in a networking terms, the node is referred to as the router in this case, right? यहाँ पे nodes को router बोला जाएगा, right? And जो edges है, that is referred to as a links, right? That is referred to as a physical links that connects the two routers, right? So यहाँ पे we can say that nodes is nothing, but we can say it's a router, and edges are, just write over here, nodes are routers and edges are physical links. Right? Now, one more thing that needs to be introduced over here. Now, sometimes it happens that the value is given to this links. यहाँ पे edges पे कोई value दी जाती है, so उसको क्या बोला जाता है? We can say it's a cost, or we can say it's a weight, right? Or we can say it's the distance between the two routers, right? Now let's say that if I give the cost to all the links, so how we can compute that this is the best path? So we can say based on the weight or based on the cost given between the two routers. So let me just give the cost, or we can say the weight. Now, based on this, we'll understand the two routing algorithm. Now, we have seen that the global routing algorithm and decentralized routing algorithm. So, अगर global routing algorithm है, then it uses the concept of flooding. Flooding, that means generally हम flooding with water के लिए use करते हैं. But in the terms, if we talk in context of a network layer, flooding is nothing, but we can say when the source is dispatching that packet, then packet will be travels to all the routers which are there on the network. Now let's say that if the source is you here, right? So you has sent some packets, so you will travel through this router V, then W, Z, Y and X, right? So पहला, let's say कि you ने first packet भेजा, so the packet will first go to V, then W, then Z, then Y and X. But flooding का मतलब सिर्फ एक ही नहीं है कि सिर्फ एक ही साइड से पैकेट जाएगा. पैकेट will travel through all the routes to which the source is connected with. यहाँ पे source जितने routers के साथ connected है वो पहले वहां पे जाएगा, then it will move forward. So first of all, if I say about the U, then packet, first of all, the packet number 1 is dispatched by the U. So packet number 1 first of all reach to V, X and W, right? जो directly connected nodes है उसके पास वो पहले जाएगा. So पहले V, X and W के पास जाएगा. After that the indirectly connected nodes, that is Y and Z. If you can see here, Y और Z है वो directly connected नहीं है source के साथ. So पहले जो directly connected राउटर्स है या फिर नोड्स है, पहले पैकेट वहां पे जाएगा, देन इट विल मूव अहेड, राइट? सो दिस इज वी कैन से इट फ्लड्स द पैकेट, यानी कि वो पैकेट को फ्लड करता है ताकि वो सारे राउटर्स को विजिट कर सके. दैट इज वी कैन से अ ग्लोबल राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम, एंड दैट इज पॉसिबल ओनली इफ द source node has the knowledge of all the routers which are there on the network. अगर source node को सारे routers के बारे में information नहीं है, then flooding won't be possible, right? So we can say if the source node is having the information of all the routers which are there on the network, then that algorithm is referred to as a global routing algorithm. Now, there is one algorithm which falls under the category of global routing. That is, we can say it's a link state routing algorithm. Link state routing algorithm that falls under the category of global routing. And the second is decentralized. अभी यहाँ पे decentralized का मतलब क्या है? We can say that the source has the knowledge of only the neighboring nodes, right? यहाँ पे सिर्फ source को अपने neighboring nodes के बारे में ही पता रहता है. The source have only information about its neighboring nodes. Now if I consider the U as a source point, then U has just a knowledge of V, X and W, राइट? जो उसकी नेबरिंग नोड्स है, जो नोड उसके साथ डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड है, सिर्फ उसी के बारे में उसको नॉलेज होगा. दैट राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम इज रिफर्ड टू एज अ डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम, जिसको क्या बोला जाएगा? डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम. I have observed today that many students are joining the session from the different mail ID. So I need to give the permission every minute. So please just join from the institute mail ID.
Ma'am, actually in some students' calendar, today's event is not scheduled.
Why it's not scheduled?
Ma'am, since 3 to
They have
4 weeks,
designed
it
or
is
what?
not scheduled in my calendar.
But it's already there. You can see the names
I
of
got the link from my
Vidhi,
friend.
right? Let me check
Yes,
your
ma'am.
name. How many students are there in your class? Actually, 70 is added.
And maybe 83.
Okay, so some students might not be there. Okay, I'm adding you. Vidhi,
Yes, ma'am, Vidhi Parekh.
what? Vidhi Parikh, okay. Okay, Manthan was also not there. Okay. Okay, I have added you, Manav. Okay, let me know the names who were facing the problem of getting the today's link of 9 to 10 lecture. Riddhi Shah. Okay, I have added you people in the calendar. Now you will be able to see the links in your calendar. Okay, added Nikita. Okay, so this is all about the routing algorithm, global routing algorithm and a decentralized routing algorithm. I hope you are clear with these two concepts. Now, as in the global routing algorithm, the name of the algorithm is link state, right? And in the decentralized, the algorithm that we are going to study is distance vector routing algorithm. Algorithms that we are going to study. So first of all, starting with the link state. Link state की अगर बात करें, let me just open the PPT. Okay, we'll continue with the same example which is given here. Okay, so continuing with this algorithm, first of all, we'll discuss the link state routing algorithm, which falls under the category of global routing algorithm. So link state routing, this is very, very important. So please pay attention for a while here. Now, if I say about the link state routing algorithm, there are few terminologies that needs to be understood, right? Now, if I say if I consider one of this node from this graph, let's consider the V. Here यहाँ पे मैं एक V node को consider करती हूँ. So DV क्या represent करता है? We can say DV represents the cost between the source and the destination. Then PV, if I am considering the PV, then we can say PV is the predecessor nodes. यानी कि if I say that my destination is Z, so destination तक पहुंचने के लिए मैंने जो रूट यूज किया है, तो वो रूट तक पहुंचाने के लिए उसके पहले वाली जो नोड है, let's say that if I have taken this route U, X, Y and Z, so for this node, for this destination Z, my predecessor node is Y, right? So predecessor node, that is represented as a PV, right? And N dash, that is, we can say subsets of all the nodes. Now let's say that if I have visited some nodes, then that node will be put in the queue of N dash, right? So that is an N dash. So these are the terminologies that needs to be understood before understanding the link state routing algorithm, right? Now starting with the link state, here we are considering the same graph which is given over here. Now let's say that if I am making one table here that is about N dash, then I am considering all the nodes over here. So starting with, here we are starting, U is the source node, right? So U का कोई यहाँ पे distance इतना नहीं होगा. So I am starting with DV, PV, this is D, DV, PV, then DW, PW, then DX, PX, then DY, PY, DZ, PZ. So here, considering this, now starting with the u, अगर हम u से start करेंगे, u is the source point here, right? So if I'm starting with the u, what happens? Now I want to go to v, right? यहाँ पे पहले dv pv है, right? So u से v तक जाने की cost कितनी है? That is 2, right? There is only one path that exists. So here, first of all, in the first row, we will consider only the direct node which is connected with the u. So dv is 2. Here, first of all, we'll write the cost to reach at the v. So that is 2, and the predecessor node is u. So 2u. Now w is also directly connected with that, right? So the cost to travel from u to w is 5. The 5 is already given, which is the cost. So 5 and predecessor node is u. X is directly connected with u, and the cost for that is 1, and the predecessor node is u. Y and Z is not yet directly connected with u, right? So here, if any node which is not directly connected, then वहां पे हम लोग क्या लिखेंगे? इंफिनिटी, क्योंकि वहां तक जाने का अभी कोई पाथ नहीं बना है, राइट? So here we'll write infinity because there is no path still fixed to reach at the y and z. So here we'll write the infinity. Now analyze this row and find the least cost to reach the destination. Least cost कौन सी है यहाँ पे? If I just analyze this row, observe this row and find the least cost. So least cost यहाँ पे 1u है. So we'll make a circle, right? And वो किसकी है? That is of node x, right? So here the x will be added, that is u x, right? Now x is added in the queue of and dash. Now again the path is already built between the u and x. So here we'll just make the blue line. So now the path is exists between the u and x. Now again for the v, so to reach at the v, there is again the same path exists. The cost is 2 and the predecessor node is u. Again to reach at the w, w तक जाने के लिए अभी मेरे पास there are many routes through which I can reach to w. So कौन सा रूट है? पहला तो एक डायरेक्ट रूट, that is u to w. समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ तक? Just let me know in the chat box. This is very, very important. Yes, let me know in the chat box. Okay. So may I move further, right? Okay. So if you can see here कि मुझे W तक जाना है, तो पहले W, first of all, if I want to go to the W node, there is only one route, that is a direct route from U to W. But now I have this route also, so I can travel through this route. So that is U, X and W. मैं यहाँ से नहीं जा सकती, U, X, V, W भी जा सकते हैं, बट अभी V और X के बीच में अभी कोई पाथ अभी नहीं बना है. You cannot see here the blue line, right? क्योंकि अभी V है, वो N dash की क्यू में अभी उसको नहीं रखा है. So the path is not exist between the V and X. So here the only path is exist as U to W and U, X and W. So I can go through this route, that is U, X and W, right? And उसकी cost क्या रहेगी? That is 1 plus 3, that is 4. So एक cost मुझे मिली, that is 1, 3 and 4, और एक cost है, that is 5. So obviously I will take the least cost, so that is 4. So 4 is the cost here, and the predecessor node to reach at W is X. यहाँ पे हमने X को already यहाँ Q में रखा है, so we'll keep this box empty here. Now Y, अभी Y तक जाना है मुझे, so the path is already exist, U, X and X, Y, right? अगर मुझे Y तक पहुंचना है, तो यहाँ पे X already एक जो है वो get Y, the path already exists for that, so U to X and X to Y. So I'll write here the coast x. The predecessor node to reach at y is x here, right? Now if I want to reach at z, the path is still not exist, right? अगर यहाँ पे ऐसी blue line होती, then we can reach to z, right? तो मैं यहाँ पे y तक पहुंच जाती, उसके बाद में z. But still there is no blue line between the x and y. That means the path is not established between the x and y. So I cannot reach to z also. So here again infinity will be there. Now again just see this row and identify that which has the least cost. यहाँ पे least cost कौन सी है? So you can see here कि यहाँ पे दो least cost है, that is 2 and another that is v and y, right? यहाँ पे दो जो node है जिसकी cost है वो least है, that is b and y. But if I just establish this route, तो मुझे उसका बहुत फायदा नहीं होगा. But if I just establish this route, then I can reach to z. तो मैं z तक easily पहुंच पाऊंगी, right? So I will consider this y. So u, x and y. Again, y is added over here. So again, counting the route, the path is established for the y. So here again counting the same for all the node. V तक जाने के लिए same route, that is 2u. W तक जाने के लिए अब कौन सा रूट है? Just count. W तक जाने के लिए मेरे पास अभी 3 रूट्स है, that is u to w, u x w, u x y w. So we have 3 different routes to reach at w. So अब मैं कौन सा रूट लूंगी? Obviously जिसकी cost कम होगी वही रूट लिया जाएगा, right? So just count the cost for all the routes, that is u to w is 5, u x w is 3 plus 1 4, u x y w is 1 plus 1 plus 3. So this is least, right? So I'll consider this route only. So that is 3y. तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 3 and predecessor node is y. Now x is already visited node, y is already we are visiting, right? So we just have to keep it as it is, right? यहाँ पे इस बॉक्स में अभी कुछ नहीं लिखना है. Then z. So z तक जाने का रास्ता भी मेरे पास है, u to x, x to y and y to z. So cost क्या होगी? 1 plus 1 plus 2, that is 4. So 4 and the predecessor node to reach at z is y. So 4 and y, right? Now just observe this row and which one has the least cost? Just identify it. That is 2u, that is v has the least cost. So v will be added. So u, x, y, v. We need to keep this box empty because we are now visiting, considered as a visiting node, right? So again, to reach at w, we have many routes here. यहाँ पे एक path establish हो गया because we have added v over here, right? Now again to reach at w, we have again 4 routes. That is u to w, u v w, u x w, u x y w. So which one is the shortest? Count कर लो. u to w 5, u v w 3 plus 2 5. दोनों की सेम है. u x w that is 3 plus 1 4. u x y w that is 1 plus 1 plus 1 3. So again we'll take the shortest, that is 3y. Then next is x is already visited, y is already visited. Z तक जाने के लिए same route ही है, right? We need to follow the same route only. So that is a 4y. Again, just observe this row and identify the least cost. So here the least cost is w. So now w will be added, u, x, y, v, w. So v is visited, w we are visiting, so we need to keep this row empty, this box empty, this box empty, and again z will be 4y. Now again the only one post is remaining here. So that will be added here. That is u, x, y, v, w and z. Right? So these are the nodes that we call it as a visiting nodes. So यहाँ तक clear है? Is it clear to all of you up till now? We'll do more examples of link state routing because this is very important question in terms of a mid semester 2 as well as in the final exam, right? So we'll do more examples of link state routing. Now I'm giving one example for the practice. If you are able to do this, just do it. If you are not, then we'll do in the next lecture. So just draw this graph. You have to do this example. Just try it by your own. Okay, time for attendance. Okay, TO1 class. One,
Present, ma'am.
two,
Yes, ma'am.
four, five,
Present, ma'am.
6,
5 present,
7,
ma'am.
8, 9,
Present, ma'am.
10, 11, 12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. AI. One,
Present, ma'am.
two,
Present,
three,
ma'am.
Ma'am, one
4,
present. Yeah.
5, 6,
Present.
7,
Present.
Ma'am, may I 6 present?
8,
Present, ma'am.
10,
Present, ma'am.
12, 13, 15,
Present, ma'am.
18, 19, 20,
Present,
21,
ma'am.
22,
Ma'am,
Present, ma'am.
21 present.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28,
Present, ma'am.
29, 31,
Present, ma'am. 29.
32, 33, 34,
Present, ma'am.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39,
Yes, ma'am.
40, 43,
36 present, ma'am.
45,
43 present, ma'am.
Ma'am,
45,
37 present.
36 or
37.
37? Okay,
37.
47,
39 present.
48,
47 present, ma'am.
49, 50, 51, 52,
51 present.
Present,
53,
ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
54, 55,
Present, ma'am.
56,
Yes, ma'am.
57, 58,
Present, ma'am.
59, 60,
Ma'am, 58 present, ma'am.
61, 61, 62, 63, 64,
64 present,
65,
ma'am.
65,
Present, ma'am.
67,
Ma'am.
68, 69. Write in the chat box. 71, 73,
Yes, ma'am. 7, sir.
4, 5,
Ma'am, D2D2.
check this number. Okay, thank you all of you. You may leave the session.
Ma'am, AI 69 present, ma'am.
Where were you at the time of attendance, dear?
Ma'am, I have written in the chat box. And please scroll down, you can see. I've written in the chat box there.
If you have written, then it will be marked as present only.
Okay, ma'am. After AI 71, I have written AI 69. Before D2. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Mm.